think everything should be good on my end. Let's play some games, chat. I hope you guys are having a great Friday. And feel free to shoot me a challenge. Okay, not correspondence preferably, but Blitz or Bullet should be good. What's up, the casual player? How are you doing? I hope you've had a good day. Um, what? Let me try the Dutch. I haven't played the Dutch in a while, and I'll play in Shadow Systems. What's up, Maroon? How are you doing? Let's go e6 and d6 and e5 maybe? Maybe we play for this pattern. How did I do in the National Open? I didn't play in the National Open. Did you play in the National Open 312? I actually haven't played over the board chess in a very long time. Let's go king h8 and queen e8 and e5. But yeah, chat, per usual, I'll try and play every single game um over the next few hours. You saw? Oh, that was a different Atulya. That was probably Shetty. He's an IM. He's far stronger than I am. But I have not played over the board chess in maybe 2 years. No, like a year and a bit. You're good. Yeah, he's around 2,500 at USCF, and I'm about 2,300. How did how did I beat? It was a very close match. Like we were just trading points over and over again. Like it was up to I think like 7-7 or something, and it was a race to 10. So it was an extremely close match, but at the end I got very fortunate. Is this not just a free pawn? I'll take it. Let's make him prove it. Everyone above 2000 USCF is the same? I'd hope not. That would make me the same as like grandmasters and stuff. That sounds terrifying. What's up, Luke and Kush? How are you guys doing? Would make me the same. Oh, true. Yeah, but that seems more plausible than myself and like a grandmaster. Okay, I can go knight d3, and if bishop takes, I take back with the pawn. And then I'm threatening d2, but probably one of the rooks will come to d1 to stop that. Another idea is to play knight e6, and when take, I take with the queen. So I don't give up the defense of the b7 pawn. But then do I have to worry about like knight a4, knight b6? I don't know. We'll see. You need to learn to play like me. Why? Well, I'm happy to help. If you guys ever have any chess questions for the next however long, I'm more than happy to answer them. Um, yeah, just feel free to ask them in Twitch chat, and I'd be happy to take a look. But I don't know what the move is here. I'm very confused. It's probably knight e6, but like, I don't know. Like, why would we go knight d3 when knight e6 is a much easier option? How am I, or how? I'm doing well. How about yourself, a chess person? Let's go here. And maybe bishop e6. I may have used too much time on that move, but it's fine. Worst case, I can go b5, bishop e6, and I'm up a pawn. So, let's go b5. And then the bishop moves back, let's say to a2, and then I go bishop e6, and we should be good. You good? Nice. That's good to hear. Yeah, I hope you guys are having a great Friday. I'll probably, well, at the moment I'm at like 20 something challenges and I will get through every single one of them, but I'm just accepting them at random. So apologies if your challenge isn't like the first one, but I will try my best. How to find candidate moves. So the traditional like method that everyone talks about is starting with like checks and captures and stuff, and it's basically because inherently that's the easiest way to do it, because like a check line is like the most forcing, so you don't have to calculate like every single move if the check line is right. That's the point. So if you've ever heard that phrasing of like checks, captures, threats or whatnot, that's the basic idea behind it. Is it's like if the check line is right, then we don't have to waste our time with all of the other lines. Um oh man. My opponent's playing extremely well. For just being down a clean pawn, like They're fighting very well. Um, what's the best move here? I can go rook c8 and take on a6 could be a problem. I might just go rook f8 and take on b2. But okay, let's not start with a loss. I gone the last few of these, I think only losing like 1 or 2 games. Um, so I don't want to start with a loss now. That would be sad. But we're gonna go for tricks per usual. I'm gonna play for back rank. And it's not that easy to stop actually. I mean g3 looks forced, but yeah, okay, my opponent spots g3, which is good. But now I have to just try and pry open the king. Because if the king isn't safe in fast chess especially, you can often just win games based on king safety. Um, okay, let me take on g3 and take on f2. And this is mate with queen e1 check. Nice. Okay, that was a bit worrisome, but at least we win this. Go next. Maybe the Dutch isn't the opening for me. We'll see. I'm gonna try random openings today, chat. So if you guys ever have any suggestions as like one you want to see me play, for the first e4 game, I'll play the Kara. We'll show the one opening that I'm supposed to be decent at. But if you guys have anything where you're like looking for plans and things like that, I'm down. How can someone rating go high without learning deep opening theory? So you can play system openings. That's one option, Humble Pawn. Like the London, the Perk. I can't say Perk. This is a official chat. The Peerts. Um, I'm playing a 600 rated player. True. Maybe I should play with odds, but it's too late now. Um, so a lot of people play this like ready King's Indian attack style thing, um, all the time, and people who are good at that can like get incredibly strong, even without having like deep opening knowledge. As long as you have knowledge about the positions that you're accustomed to playing, it's fine. You don't have to be like an expert on every opening just to get a high rating. Blair seems much better than 600. Well, nothing's really happened yet, but maybe. He is provisional as well. Like, they could have just made the account. Yeah, I could even be playing Magnus. That's going to be my excuse if I lose. That I was secretly playing Magnus. What's my favorite food? It depends on the day and depends on the meal. Ooh, knight takes d4 is interesting here. If I go knight takes d4, I mean, that's good. But if the queen moves back to b1, both of my minor pieces are getting forked, which is rather annoying. Like, knight d4 seemed like a very tempting move, but it might actually be a bad one. Can we challenge 3 plus 2? Of course, Lord Rhino. You guys can challenge any blitz or bullet time control, and I'll be happy to play. Um, okay. Imagine if I lose to a 600. That would be hilarious. But again, my opponent seems a lot stronger than that. Well, when you trained with a coach, what was the most difficult things to focus and improve? Um, well, it's like the mindset of when you're training versus when you're playing that I think for me was the most difficult thing because it's like when I'm preparing and like analyzing my games and stuff, it's very easy to spot a mistake because it's like I don't know, like Stockfish will say something and it'll be like, "Oh, this is the right move." And when I'm analyzing, it's like, oh, that makes sense. Let me just not make that mistake next time. But then when you go back into that like playing mindset, it's very difficult to catch yourself, to not go through that same like thought process. So one thing I started doing was I would like whenever I'd play like friendly games, I would write down my thought. Like if I'm playing, I used to play over the board games at like the library, and I used to like write down like a small like 2 word thing about like why did I make that move, so that when I'm looking back at it later with a coach or on my own, I could be like, oh, this is where my thought process was wrong. So that the next time I'm playing over the board and I have that same thought process, I'll be like, oh, I remember this wasn't bad. Like this was not the right way to go about it. Do I play Fisher random? I mean, I'm down to play variants if you guys want. Just know that I'm not very good at variants. Um, so yeah, if you guys want to, I'm game for anything. Let's go rook d2 and attack on the second. What am I doing apart from chess? Nothing really right now. Like, right now I'm just streaming and playing chess. That's about it. There's not much more to it. If I go b6, are they gonna go a5? Am I playing like the world's hardest 600? Okay, let's play b6. You'll invite me to Atomic? You'll probably destroy me in Atomic. You're starting to classify your blunders. That's very, very impressive. Um, because that's something that like not a lot of people do. Like I have a bunch of people whenever I do these type of things who will ask like how do I get from X rating to Y rating? Like how do I go from say 1500 to 1900? And like you have to know. Oh, let's go auto mod. Um okay. Apparently I can't ban. Really, mate, I'm just trying to have a good time. And I have 15 seconds left and I'm gonna flag because I'm apparently the only mod here. That's brilliant. That is brilliant. I hate this game. Ban him? Yes, I've been trying. Wow, I can't even like stream on a different channel? Oh well. I'll start running things and telling you to give me a life. Yeah. After this game, well, I'm accepting games at random, Fireball. So I apologize if it takes a minute to get to your game. Okay, I have to be careful not to flag here. But I'm basically playing a hyperbolic game at this point. Okay, if I go c2 and rook b1, I'm in good shape. But the problem is the rook's going to go back to a1. Yep. Okay, let's pick up this and let me go here and check and take. We can trade off everything and black's winning, but I've got 6 seconds left. So how easy it'll be to win, I don't know. Okay. Oh, I hung a rook. Wow, that's pain. Man. Okay. Yeah. I I don't understand. I'm sorry, I can't believe I lost the game already. Let's say you played Magnus. No, but I'm trying to ban people in chat and like do all of this at once. It's not that easy to play, unfortunately. Shut up, rats. Don't tempt me. Um, you're actually 2100. Well, yeah, I wish I had more time, but GG's. Like if I wasn't um having to spend time reading chat and do stuff. But it's fine. We'll figure it out. Why is nobody moving? Someone move. Is that going to show up as my worst loss? No, I think it only shows rated losses, Lord Rhino. So I think we should be good. Okay, apparently nobody is moving. Everyone is just sitting here. I don't know what they're waiting for, though. If Mr. I Love Fisher wants to play, I'm down. But no, you played a great game. It was just like that one pawn that you hung on b2 was completely unnecessary. So let's play the Caracan again. And let's go bishop g4. Question mark losses also shouldn't count? I don't know if they do, Coin. I've not looked into it. But okay, let me castle. Better chance for me to play? Well, everyone can play. That's not the... Like, I'm gonna play against every single person who shoots me a challenge. It's just my mental is already screwed, and it's been like 15 minutes. So that's kind of unfortunate. But, okay, what else was chat asking? The jerseys behind, yeah. So one's a football jersey and one's a basketball jersey. The football one is from Liverpool, and the basketball one is from my hometown team, the Dallas Mavericks. So, let's go Queen C7 and potentially take on C3. Football, you mean soccer? Yes, I mean soccer. Um, I just call it football because it's more universal, the term football, than the term soccer. But let's go B5. You're coding a chess engine. That sounds like fun. Who's the strongest player I've ever beaten over the board? I've beaten one grandmaster in a rated game of chess, and it was Christian Churilla. But he's an extremely strong player. He then proceeded to beat me like the next 3 or 4 times we played, as expected. But I managed to steal one win, so that's good enough for me. Um, I've beaten a few IMs as well, but would I play 10-0 Rapid or 3-0 Blitz? I'll probably only play Blitz. I'm sorry, because I'm trying to get through every single game. If I'm playing like 30 Rapid games, I'm gonna be here all day. Um, yeah. Have I ever been to India? Yes, a few times. I haven't been recently though. I think the last time I went was probably like 2017. Okay, I either jump in with knight e4 or I jump in with knight c4. I don't know which is better. So if I go knight e4, take on e7, I take back. There's knight c6 at the end, so that's very problematic. But I guess instead I'll start slower and put some pressure on c3. And then next move we can play knight c4, maybe take back. What's up, Moo and L? How are you doing? Do I follow the Euros? Of course. Of course. The Euros are awesome. Any other good advice? Uh, well, first off, I would always recommend analyzing your games. That's why I was so shocked when someone suggested that they were already doing that, like coming up with where their problem areas are. I think that's huge, especially if you guys have like coaches or people you can ask for immediate help. Like if you know where your problem areas are, it's very beneficial. Like what is happening, chat? I can't have one stream anymore. Wow. I mean, this is what I get for letting people suggest songs, apparently. Let's go maybe... Gotta call Lichess mods, I guess. I guess Lichess mods are necessary. But it's fine. Do I need a mod? I mean, I'm the only mod here, apparently. But it's fine. It's not supposed to be, like, this complicated. I'm literally just playing games against chat. It's not that deep. Do I have any predictions for the Euros? I don't know. I'm rooting for the Netherlands because again, I'm a Liverpool fan. So Van Dijk and what about F6? Well, I don't want to damage my structure, but F6 yes does win a piece. It's just I don't know if I want to damage my structure for a piece. What's up, no joke? Yeah, apologies. There is a troll that exists and is apparently following me around. So, what about F1? I don't really watch much F1. I've tried to watch over the years, but it just turns into like the Lewis Hamilton show. So, I don't know. Like every time it just turns into the Lewis Hamilton show. Which country am I from? I'm from the US. But my parents are from India, yeah. F1 isn't a legal move. True, but I assume he meant F1 as in Formula 1. One of my roommates in college was like huge into Formula 1. Henderson plays for England, shouldn't you be rooting for them as well? True. But like have you seen England playing this Euros? They've been like garbage. Like I wish they were good. I genuinely wish that England could make it like come home, but I don't know. England are genuinely struggling. Kane misfiring, yeah, nobody's playing particularly well. Raheem's had a few good games, but that's about it. They are on autopilot, exactly. What does NM stand for? It stands for National Master. What team does Ronaldo play for? For Portugal. But Portugal have a date with Belgium in the round of 16, so we'll see. It should be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to the round of 16 matches. Okay, let's go e3. And I can go knight e5. This is a common idea that a lot of people have been doing recently, where they go bishop g4, bishop h5, bishop g6. Oh, nice. Yeah, I've been to India a few times. It's just not been any time recently. Like the last time I went, I think was after my freshman year of college, so 2017. Who's your bet amongst them, Belgium or Portugal? I mean, I would be like remiss to not bet for Belgium because although they're not playing as well as I think they could be playing, I still think they're playing better than Portugal are, if that makes sense. Like Portugal have been kind of sloppy in a few games. Um and while Belgium have also, I think Belgium are just they have too much talent for me to root against them. Like even when they're having a bad match, like I think they were down 1-0 against Denmark, they still like Kevin De Bruyne came on and it was like just it was just game over. Regardless of how well the Danes were playing, it was just like the Kevin De Bruyne show. I didn't, Alad. I did not. We weren't playing well also 5 years ago. That's true. 5 years ago was very impressive. Portugal went like the entire Euros without winning a game in 90 minutes and won the Euros. Like it was very, very incredible. Have I spent time in the UK? No, I've never actually been to Europe. I mean, I've been to Europe en route to like other places in the world. So I've been to like India, the UAE, like, and whenever I go there, we stop in Frankfurt or Heathrow. But I've not been outside of the airport anywhere in Europe. I want to go someday. Maybe this year would have been good if there wasn't a global pandemic to go and watch some football. But yeah, I think I agree, Nuno, that it's foolish to count Portugal out. That's why it's a very tough decision because like Cristiano just needs one game and he's crazy. Oh, then the news is wow. Yeah, both of them are extremely strong players. Um, but that's crazy if it was a one-sided match. What's up, Ricardo? I'm doing well. I've already lost a game today though, so we're not off to a flying start. I think the first time I did a Lichess plays, I went the whole thing without losing. Um, but yeah, what is the most memorable food on air travel? So I don't eat meat, and a lot of airplanes and like a lot of airlines don't offer like vegetarian options. So for the most part, my travel experience is like a loaf of bread and some butter. So not much, the casual player. I don't have any memorable food experiences in air flights. I can go D5, but the problem is maybe G5. Okay, we'll just go Rook C1. Am I a vegan? No, I'm a vegetarian, so I still eat like cheese and eggs and stuff, but that's just how I was raised. Hi from a Liverpool fan. What's up, Noob for Life? How are you doing? Yeah, I mean, I'm rooting for. Is Coutinho playing for Barca? Is he still on Barca? Yeah, because he went on loan to Bayern, and I believe he is back on Barca. Yeah, but that jersey's a bit. It's a bit outdated. It's maybe from 2013 or something. Back when I was still like watching every single Prem game. I used to be like very engrossed in a lot of these sports where I would watch like every Prem game and every NBA game. And I mean, college unfortunately took up a lot of my time. So recently I've not been able to watch as much as I'd like, but I still try to catch like playoffs and things like that. Every NBA game, that's a lot. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be for every team. It would be maybe for like 5 or 6 teams. I would watch every game. Um, but nowadays it's like I'll be happy to catch like every other playoff game. So, what's my favorite NBA team? My favorite NBA team are the Dallas Mavericks, and then probably second are the Atlanta Hawks. Because growing up, one of my favorite teams to watch were like the Joe Johnson, Jamal Crawford, Josh Smith, those teams were a lot of fun to watch. Nowadays, the Hawks are really good. 13.5 to 8.5 isn't like that crazy, but Julio, I'm not gonna talk about that on stream. That's not happening. Yeah, Dirk used to play for the Mavs, of course. Dirk is like he's like a one of the best people ever. My favorite TV show is a show called Psych, starring James Roday and Dule Hill. Yeah, I don't know if anyone has heard of that show, but it's like it's a detective sitcom from a while ago. Yeah, Rampage Works. Exactly. My aiming for FM, not in the immediate future. It's not like I'm avidly working towards it, but if I do stumble upon it, I'm not gonna be too dejected. You've seen it as well? Nice. It's a great show. Do I enjoy cooking my own food? No, I don't. Oh, this is a correspondence game. Okay, let's get rid of this. Lichess plays is now Lichess asked. Well, if chat wants to talk, I'm happy to talk. Rats, like it's whatever chat wants to be. Like I don't mind just chatting. Let's go d5. Let's go e6 and c5 maybe. I like the c5 break against the London because it's like I don't know, it's a pretty good break and most London players don't expect it. Well, I lost to a 2100 masquerading as a 600 earlier today on time, but still lost. Do I have my own Twitch channel? Yes. I stream probably every day. For like the last month or two, I've been trying to stream every day. Am I gonna represent India or the US? I don't know who's gonna ask me to represent them. I don't know why they would want my representation. Like I'm 2150 or so FIDE. So it's far from the like Olympiad boards for sure. Yeah, GG's Gameborn. No, you played a fine game. It was I think you could have been a bit more aggressive. Like I think you may have played a bit too passively, but it's fine. It's better to play safe than it is to go like completely crazy. Um but I think there were a few chances there. How many months does it require? It took me about 5 years to break NM of playing competitively. My favorite color is probably green. Your pre-moves are hilarious. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not the best at online chess, so my pre-moves are extremely egregious. They're never pieces that can be recaptured. I don't know why I do it, but yeah, that's a thing that my chats notice. So we have a command on my stream for every time I make a ridiculous pre-move because nowadays it's just like every single game that I play. I'm gonna take this actually. I don't know if I should be taking this though. Queen move where a queen was trying to capture a bishop when it was not being attacked. Exactly. I do a bunch of stuff like that where I just pre-move because it's defending it. You could have played the Sicilian. What do you mean? I could have played the Sicilian? Yeah, I need to start mixing up the openings. But this game was a d4 game, so unfortunately I can't really play the Sicilian against d4. So I'd love to go knight c5 and e5 or d4, sorry, to free up the bishop on this long diagonal. But I don't know if I'm gonna be in some danger on the king side here. I think I should be fine. So let's try it. Let's go knight c5 and d4. Can you recommend a book on the English? I don't know any books on the English. I don't read. I don't like I was saying earlier. I play my systems usually, and I don't really like venture into other openings. But that was a threat though, Frank Johnny, because my intention was to play the move d4. So because I considered the move d4, which is attacking the queen, I was like, oh, if I go d4, then knight c5, and then we're good, right? What, Halad? What does that mean? Because knight c5 defends the bishop because I can't play d4 immediately. So now I can take probably. But if I take, is this the intention? Why are these thousands a lot stronger than I remember them being? Where am I from? I'm from Texas, in the United States. Oh wait, I take on d3 first, and then I take on c4. You like the Traxler? The Traxler is interesting, but once people start playing like very frequently, like once people start practicing and learning how to play against it, it might not work quite as frequently. You saw me playing with an IM? Wow. Well, I assume I lost then, Ayushman, probably. because IMs are extremely strong at chess. You know, but I mean, ultimately, the goal of chess is to have fun. Like, if you guys are not enjoying, um, my Twitch channel is this, but if you guys are not enjoying the openings that you play, like, every opening is viable. So just try stuff. That's always my recommendation. But once you figure out what type of playstyle you enjoy, then you can build your repertoire according to that. So that's why I play Sicilian. I don't play the Sicilian Grandmaster. I play the Caracan. I'm a very boring player. Like, I love these type of positions where I'm up one pawn and it's just gonna be a squeeze. So yeah, exactly 3-1-2. Exactly. You recently have trouble playing against the French. Okay, noob for life. How do you like to play chess? I guess is the same question I ask everyone. Like, what's the what's the plan? Like, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to win with like some tactical shots, or are you trying to win by playing like slow chess, or are you trying like what's the plan? And then you can pick a response to the French according to your plan. You can choose something super aggressive, even if it's not objectively the best way to play against the French. You can choose something that's like super chaotic if that's where you think you're best. Like ultimately, there's so many combinations in the game of chess that you've got to try and steer the game into one where you have an advantage over your opponent or where you're just comfortable. You like positional play, then I'd almost even recommend something like the exchange. I know the exchange is notoriously boring against the French, but if you enjoy like just purely playing positional chess, either the exchange or like knight d2 systems, I know are very positional. But yeah, you can't go like into complete chaos if that's not how you like to play. I can't believe I traded into a 3v2 by the way. Oh man. I've thrown this game a little bit. It's fine. I should still be able to squeeze it, but it's not that easy. Oh, why is oh yeah, I should have hosted myself. That would have been smart. Well, thanks for pointing it out, Alad. Much appreciated. I'll remember to do that next time. I think it's also good to play games outside of your comfort zone, true. But if you're trying to like build an opening repertoire, I think it's good to just wow. Um okay, how do I win this? What is the best swindle that I have here? Cuz I need one because I've kind of ruined my position. Um okay, I've got 2 minutes. Let me think. My team, yeah, exactly. My time advantage is huge. The problem is if I take, they have check and then winning the H pawn. That's the big problem here that I didn't realize when I went into this. But okay, let's just run the king back then. We'll plant the king on g6 and then put the king on maybe g5. Or is there any other way to do this? Wow, this is extremely sloppy by me. Oh well. Where do I live? I live in Texas. Um, okay, I'll go here. I hope they don't see that. Let's go here. Again, I'm hoping they don't see this move. This move, immediate draw. But the goal is that if they don't see it, then hopefully I've got a shot. I'm expecting check, yep. And I'm expecting rook a5. But then I have f6. Ah, okay, this still works. Somehow they still have e6 after all of this. Okay. Fair enough. This might be a dirty flag. I'm sorry. Um, but I've already been dirty flagged today, so I don't feel too bad. Tarash is great. Yeah, Tarash is a very, very good opening. Tarash is one of those openings that you'll see at all levels as well. Like, it's not exclusive to just weaker players or stronger players. Like, everyone plays with Tarash. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm not gonna play an 8-5 game. Chat, if you guys can challenge me to Blitz or Bullet, that would be awesome. Nothing beats e4. Okay, I'll try playing the London in this game against the 2200. Maybe we'll play knight c3. We'll play the Yobava London. Can I go knight b5 immediately here? I think I can. Fabi plays c4. Yeah. Fabi also plays a lot of e4 though. Is London opening from London? I don't know. I don't actually know the origins of openings. I also don't play the London, so I have little to no knowledge about. Um, okay, let's go 95. What's the difference between 22 and 2400 players? Online Blitz probably just time management, Lord Rhino. More often than not, the stronger a player gets, it's because of how they're able to manage time. Um, More so than like innate ability to calculate faster. But also, it could be like opening strength, which is something that I'm not particularly good at, but I know a lot of other strong players are extremely well versed in their openings. Like, they know exactly what they're doing all of the time, which is not something that I do. I kind of just play it by the ear and hope that I get a decent position, which is probably not the right way to play chess, but I enjoy it, and that's what's important at the end of the day. Um, have I fought Hikaru? That's a weirdly worded question, but no, I've not played Hikaru in a game of chess. All GMs are playing Roy Lopez and Najdorf nowadays. True. My favorite. Do I mostly play my favorite opening? Yeah. More often than not, you'll see me playing the Caracan with the black pieces against e4. But okay, let's take. And if rook takes, I maybe go queen c2. And if take this way, I was going to take with the knight, but now I'm not sure. Because maybe I want to just plant the knight on d4. Whenever you have this kind of like outpost square, it might be in my best interest to take that. Can we get a Lucina position? Sure. I'd have to, like, there's no way for me to orchestrate it though, Frank. I would need a lot of things to go right to reach a Lucina position. Um, I'll try though. You're a 16-year-old player. Yeah, I don't know, Alad. It depends on. So the difference between rapid and classical, of course, is how much you're willing to like calculate. Because in rapid you've got a limited amount of time, whereas in most classical tournaments you've got unlimited time. Basically. So if you win rapid games by just gaining like a time edge, it might not be conducive of playing classical chess. Like there's a big difference between a FIDE classical tournament and like an online rapid game. So I'm not entirely sure, Alad. It could be anything. Do I know GM Crickor? No, I don't. Best openings to play nowadays. At the start, as you guys are getting started with chess, I would recommend just playing like e4, e5. I think is very simple to learn with both colors because it's like standard development. Like you don't have to learn any nuanced plans really. You just develop your pieces normally, like bring the knight out. Sorry, bring the. Okay, apparently I can't draw arrows today, but play knight f3, bishop c4, knight c3, and just play normal chess. But as you start playing more and more, you'll realize that like there are certain types of positions that you might be better at than your opponents of similar rating. And then you can build a repertoire that like properly targets those strengths. So for example, I think I'm better at endgames than I am at calculation. Like I'm not the greatest tactician, and so I try to avoid these like super sharp Sicilian dragons, Sicilian Nidorfs. Like I don't go that way because I'm scared. When I go to those positions, I'm gonna get outcalculated by someone my strength. So yeah, like Coin is about 2,500 online. So he still plays e4, e5, d4, d5. So any opening is viable, but it's like um I don't know. It's however you want to play chess. You can build an opening to suit your needs. Let me take and then go knight d7. You have 1850 rating pot. So I have 2500, 2560 bullet, 2500 rapid, and my puzzle rating is below 2500. I'm just not good at puzzles, I guess. Been around 2200 for about 10 years. Dang. That's me as well, Ron. I wish I could answer that question. How to restart learning? What I've been doing is learning openings primarily because I think that's where people have gotten the most ahead over the last 10 years. Like I think more so than middle game or end game understanding. I think it's in the opening are where people are now really, really strong. So that's what I would recommend is to maybe change up your openings or make them more up to date. No, you don't win on time. You usually get timed out in classical chess. Ooh, okay. I hate to say ooh like that's a good thing, but in my head that's actually a good thing. Like that means you're probably playing decent chess and you're just losing because you don't have enough time. So then you're I don't know. It's still hard to quantify ratings because they're not made to be compared to one another. Like Lichess didn't make their rating system with the intention that everyone was going to compare it to FIDE. Like that wasn't the point. Like the point was to create one so that internally they could compare with other players. But okay, let me focus up and try to win this game. Yeah. You can lose on time and still play bad chess. Okay, fair. But he said he was 2200, so I assume that means he's playing like good chess, but then losing on time. I don't know though. That is a good point though, because I do that all the time whenever I'm playing against these top dogs. Well, like, I'm sorry again, chat, that I'm winning games on time. This is not. Well, although that game I think I was still pushing for a win, but winning on time is very, very scummy. Like to calculate very deep and get so lost in the position that you lose on time. Okay, you can't do that. As you start playing more and more, you'll build intuition, and when you build intuition, it'll help you realize positions that, well, like where you should spend your time. Where did the casual player go? I know the casual player. I play him all the time. I've played him 20 times. I don't know where he went. Um, you had to be 2200. You be. That's true, and I agree, Ren. It's like I every time I play a game, I get owned by like these people who know so much more theory than I do. And I'm like I didn't need this much theoretical knowledge when I was getting started. Like even when I was like close to 2300 USCF, I was like not nearly as adept with openings. How long did I get? Um I probably started playing like many tournaments a year when I hit about 8 years old, and I broke national master when I was 14, so about 6 years. Why is your blitz lower than your rapid? I don't know. Do you lose a lot on time, noob for life? What system shall we play? Let's play d6, and then I can decide next move. And if d4, maybe I'll play like an accelerated dragon. The accelerated dragon is a great opening to go into when you don't know any theory. It's also definitely just a lie. Let's take and let's go g6. Okay, I don't know the difference between those. Is my rapid challenge thing filtering out atomic? I don't believe so, Firebolt. But I can show you. I don't know if I can. I don't know if this thing is set up. It's not set up. Okay, so I won't. Let's go back here. I've got different scenes, but I haven't calibrated them for this. That's fair. Rapid pool. Wow, I didn't know that you're. I've not really paid attention to the ratings. Again, this is just an online rating. Like even classical ratings, I would argue that you shouldn't worry about too much. Like, yes, they are important, but you can't let yourself be bogged down by like a number on a screen. And it's even more so true when it's online ratings. Like, don't get annoyed with yourself if your rating goes up or down on a given day. Like, fluctuations are bound to happen, chat. Um, okay, what's a good move here? Because it feels like there should be a good move here. I'm almost thinking rook takes c3, but the problem is he has bishop takes g7 intermezzo. And then if knight takes e4, probably like queen h6 is rather annoying. Um, so I could probably take, but instead I'll go knight c4 and we'll try and get rid of both bishops. You challenge me? Okay, I'm trying to get through the challenges. I now have more challenges than I started with. That's a problem. Because people join the stream at a faster rate than the games end. So yeah, but I do assure you I will get through all of the challenges. Whether that takes me 2 hours or if that takes me like 5 or 6 hours, I will try to get through all of the challenge. If not too long ago, that makes sense. No, I'm sure bullet is the most common time control, and then probably blitz. Um, but I don't know if you can measure it from time spent or games played, because games played, of course, bullet would be the most. It takes the least amount of time to play a game. Okay, let's. I can also potentially take on e4. But if I take on e4, am I running into like queen e3 and then maybe b6 will be hanging? And I'd rather not lose b6. So does it mean Blitz has the most? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Have I played chess tournaments outside the US? Yes. I've been to Colombia actually, for a junior championship back in the day. I get scared that my opponents will outplay me. Well, but it's not like yeah, you can't be scared and lose on time. 3 minute is most popular, then 1 minute. Okay, gotcha. I didn't know that. That's very good to know, I guess. But let's go b5, b4. I assume White's idea is to put a lot of pressure on the c7 pawn. What's up, Jag? How are you doing? Let's go b4. I hope you're doing well on this Friday. You one move blunder a lot. Me too, man. Me too. That's why I avoid like super sharp positions, is I'm scared I'm gonna miscalculate. And so either I'll end up spending a lot of time trying to make sure I'm calculating the right move, or I'll spend a lot of time, or I'll like just play fast and make a mistake. So that's the problem areas for me personally, is I haven't quite gotten used to this fast of chess because again I'm accustomed to over the board classical chess. But I'm trying. I'm playing as much on Lichess as I can. I think I've got like a couple thousand games racked up. But we'll see. You always overthink when playing against stronger opponents. Don't do that. Trust yourself, noob for life. Worst case, your move is wrong. But it's like most of you guys are very, very good when it comes to calculation. So you've just got to back yourself. What's my rating over the board? My rating on in the US, like the US Chess Federation rating is um 2310, 2306, something like that. And my FIDE is 2150 brainstorm. And then my online ratings are slightly higher than that. But okay, I'll have to save that for later, no joke. Cheers. Let me copy this. Okay, now I've got to move out of this pin. This pin is rather annoying. I could also go rook b5. And if I go rook b5, I take back, and we're in good shape. That's seriously good. I appreciate it. Yeah, well, I'm not really an active player anymore. I'm like every other Twitch streamer in that I'm not very avidly playing classical chess at the moment. But I do hope to get back to it one day. Although I don't know when that'll be. Like I just graduated actually from college in May. So college was taking up the vast majority of my time. But now that that's done, I've got some time. All good casual player. Yeah, that's why I was confused. I was like, wait, I play him like every day. But I figured something probably came up. You just got your TD certification. That's awesome. Congrats, dude. What did I study? I studied finance. Um, do I go rook c5 or rook c8? Maybe I go rook c, but rook c8 allows take queen e7, but then d5, and then maybe rook c5, rook c8, or rook c1. Sorry. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. People underestimate whatever. Yeah, exactly. It's not that big of a difference. Um, okay, for some reason I completely hallucinated rook c1 was legal, but I'll go here and just take back with the pawn. This is 3-2 though, chat, so we probably won't see another dirty flag. As white here, I'd rather have a dark squared bishop. Yeah, imagine a piece sitting on this diagonal. That would be incredible. Is there a sacrifice training? What do you mean? Is there a sacrifice training? In my own games, anything, you don't see anything. Well, there's a running joke that I forgot who coined this phrase, but it's something along the lines of like it's way easier to play like to sacrifice pieces when they're not yours or something along those lines. Um and it's basically like how commentary and things like that makes your rating like 200 points higher rated than it is when you're playing. To learn to play like Michal Tal, bruh, that's difficult. What I would recommend is to start off by doing Lichess training. I think the puzzles that are on offered for Lichess are really good. And so you can just take a look at those. If King E4, I go here. Now I just take and we push him, baby. Um, and yeah, my pawn queen's so far before his pawn does. There's some cool stalemate tactics. Oh, he resigned. Okay, you could have played F5, and when I take, you take on G or on H4. This is one of those like Eric Rosen moments where this is stalemate. Even without the F pawn, it's stalemate actually. So I'm surprised he didn't play out. If you're 200 points lower rated, you should lose. True. It's not like if you play a 10 game match, you're not expected to like lose all 10 games even. If Magnus gave you knight or bishop odds, how confident are you that you'll beat him? Not very, humble pawn. Especially because a lot of these strong players are better at every single time control. Like it wouldn't matter if I was playing a classical game of chess or if I was playing a 15-second game of chess. I still don't trust my odds, but I think I would trust them more in classical. Like if we were playing a classical game, I'd probably give myself like 10% maybe. Maybe like 10% and then like 50 to 60% draw and then the final like 30-40 loss. That would be my math. Who do you think is going to take the World Cup? What World Cup? Chess? Cricket? Um Soccer? What are we talking about? You look like an Indian. Damn. I didn't know that was the thing. Let's play E4 E5. Ooh, should I play the Scandi? No, we'll play E4 E5. I haven't played E4 E5 yet. Chess, of course. I mean, I'm rooting for Jeffrey again. Like Jeffrey's awesome, but I don't know how likely it is that he can win. Also, how are the draws counted in the percentages? True. Okay, I'm gonna play this line. I don't know this line, but I know that it exists. Um, yeah, like I have no idea theory because I've never played E4 or E5, but I've seen some people talking about it and I know it exists. So that's about it. Not great at Blitz, so I hope the 2 second increment was fine. Of course, Lord Rhino. Of course. Oh no, am I the reason? No, no. Absolutely not, Corden. But you did say you wanted to know what to do here, and I don't know what to do, but I'm gonna try my best. Maybe I take and go knight d6. Whenever they have pawns, it's always important to guard the square in front of it. Is playing chess in a park suitable for Tau mastery? Probably not. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think theory after c3 is b5. Gotcha. Well, but you're also like 2200 and probably play these systems, Rand, so I believe you. Um, I absolutely do not play these systems. I'm just trying some fun stuff. Like, I don't know. I've got a big rating edge, and I've already lost a game, so I'm no longer fighting for perfection. So we might as well just have some fun, talk to chat for a few hours. It's basically my plan. But no, Mishatal's play style is incredible. Like, I don't know how you can train to be like that. I guess play a ton of games, play a ton of like gambits and super sharp positions, and that's about it. That's all you can really hope for. Definitely not playing at 2200. Yeah. I mean, I don't think I'm still 23 anymore. You've heard there's in Blitz. In Blitz, I definitely would expect to get owned, Humble Pawn. In Blitz, I'd probably still get adopted with peace odds. Um, like I'd be happy to even steal like a half point. What was the 600 players real rating? He said he was 2100. Although, like, admittedly, I was just up two pawns in a rook ending. I just had 5 seconds left. So, I don't think you should ever train to mimic other people's play styles. That's a good point. You can play your own chess. That was against Lawrence? That's incredible. Um, ooh, Knight d2 is a very interesting move because somehow all of his pieces are guarded. Like Knight c3, I'd love to play Knight c3, bc3, and just win my pawn back. And then be like, oh, I have the two bishops, and none of his pieces are doing anything, so I should be happy. But the problem is at the end, my bishop's hanging, which kind of sucks. I like it better when my pieces aren't hanging. Um, hmm, what to do? I don't want to fix the pawn structure, so I'm gonna take on d2 and go rook e8. Yeah, chess is becoming more concrete nowadays with the advent of supercomputers and things like that. But I still think, especially like even up to my rating, chat, like so the vast majority of you guys are probably not higher rated than me. I'd hope. Um, in which case I'm in some serious trouble if everyone shoots me challenges. But like I there's still players who are around 23, 2400 USCF who still have fun. Like they still play their style of chess and they make their opponent adapt to it. And that's still doable even in 2021. Like even though supercomputers are suggesting that everyone plays like the Berlin, like we don't have to play the Berlin. That's not mandatory. You're still allowed to have fun playing chess. It's still a game at the end of the day. Um, let's go. Let's not hang bishop a4 again because he might see it the next time around. So I'll go a6 and b5. Okay, and if I take this, wait, did he not see that knights can move backwards? Oh no, I don't think he saw that knights can move backwards. Oof. My opponent was playing such a good game, and then he just fully lost the plot there. That's very unfortunate. Yeah, I assumed his intention was to pin to e8, but unfortunately, knights are allowed to move backwards. So I'm doing well, Blue Elves. How you been? Yeah, unfortunately, Jag knights can move backwards. Eventually, they might patch that out, but stay tuned. Um, okay, we can. Everything is falling. GG's. Ooh, 2000. Also has the wings. So you can get these cool wings, chat, by becoming a Lichess patron. Um, take back. Let's go with e4. Becoming a Floored NM is the dream. That might be soon for me, rats. Um, I think I have to play 6 more games before I get Life Master, and so once I do that, then Floored NM is the plan. But I still think it's doable. There's still plenty of like super strong Benko players or Budapest players. There's even a few like, I mean, Audubon just released his course on the Nimzovich Larson. Like, there's a bunch of these openings that are not conventional openings that people are still playing and still playing at an extremely high level. And because of that, I don't think chess will ever lose its like flair, and I hope it never does. But we'll see. Floor dynamics are awesome to play against. Dang. Okay. Um, I can go knight d5 here, but should I? If I go knight d5, they can't take because I can take this way. But maybe I throw in bishop b6 first. So we go bishop b6, a b6, and then knight d5. What do you think the future of chess holds? I don't know, L. I have as good of a guess as you guys do. No, I don't think humans will be implanted with chips to play chess. That seems rather inefficient. Like at that point, we might as well watch the AI play themselves. Like, why have a human impersonate an AI when we could just have the AI playing? That was an interesting move. I thought about it for like a split second, but then I thought bishop b5 was kind of crushing. But the more I look at it, the less I like bishop b5. That's unfortunate. Um, oh man, you guys are playing insanely well today. So full credit to chat. I should probably go knight c7. I should probably just bail on my hopes and dreams of this position and take this pawn. You can't lose NM, true. Somehow it also doesn't blunder. Yeah, exactly. That was my intention, was to go rook c6, bc6, knight b4, but at the end there's rook takes b2. Um, so like in this position, the point behind knight b5 is I'm actually attacking the bishop. So I was intending to take, and be like, oh, I've got two pieces for a rook. I'm gonna collect your weak pawns and go on to win this game. But the problem is at the end, black not only saves his rook from danger and picks up a pawn, but also forks two of my pieces. So this is one of those moves that like is just incredible if you have it. Let me bring my knight back now to d5. I think that's a pretty good move. Hits the bishop again. And now I'm actually threatening to take the bishop because the knight's pinned. Oh, it's not pinned because there's a bishop. Bishops can also move backwards. Um, let's go bishop b5. Now I might be threatening some sort of take. But it is pinned because of back rank. True. Because at the end I have rook d8 mate. Yeah, this game is rather confusing. But we'll see. I wonder if this person's name is because it's their name backwards. It could be possible. But okay, let's see. H6 is played. So H6 avoids all of this. I don't know. Why would anyone ever do that? But this position has gotten rather confusing. Like I thought this was going to be a walk in the park. Because I got a great position out of the opening, but my opponent's fighting back diligently. All right, I'll remove b6. I thought there black actually had an opportunity to stick the bishop on c5, and it's very hard to remove the bishop off of c5. Like I can take it, and then go for knight e7, but that doesn't look so clear. Um, so yeah, I thought for sure he was gonna plant the bishop on c5, but instead we get this position. Um, I'll go here, and if take, I take back. Who would ever do that? I don't know, rats. Who would? Oh no. Oh no, his rook. Yeah, bishops are nasty pieces sometimes. It's very unfortunate. My opponents are all playing really good games, but I guess this is what separates 2000s, let's say from 23 2400s, is just being able to keep that level of play throughout the game. Because he played brilliantly for the first 21 moves. But then if you hang a rook on move 22, does it counter everything? I don't know. Um, okay, I have a bunch of options here. Which one's the easiest? This looks the prettiest, so I'm gonna take and go knight e7. I don't think this works though, because of um. I think rook b7 was playable in this position. Yeah, rook b7 was playable. I missed mate in two. Really? Where was mate in two? Wait. Oh, bishop g6, rook d. Yeah, yeah, of course. Oh my goodness. But that's okay. Fair. Okay, we go again. Also, chat's playing like incredibly well. I guess it's because I've really only been playing like 2000s and stuff, but you guys have actually put on like a very, very good performance. Because we're an hour in, I've already lost a game. It's just pain. Um, but either way, if you guys ever have any more questions, feel free to ask. Let's play the Benoni, but we're gonna play the E5 Benoni, which someone in chat was asking how I won that match the other day, and it was by playing the E5. Am I going into a Mora? Oh no. Okay, let's go D6. What's the best chess book I've ever read? Probably one of the School of Excellences. I think the whole series is really good. But yeah, I've read some like leisure chess books as well. Like there's a book called Chess Duels by Yasser Seirawan that isn't really like a chess book, but it's more like his stories as like playing against playing against world champions, and that's a lot of fun. Um, in terms of like knowledgeable books, I think there exists a great book for every opening. And what I would recommend to find those books is to look at what top grandmasters play the opening that you want the book for, and then they've probably written some works on it. So, as opposed to just picking some random book off the shelf, you can specifically look for books by like a super GM that plays it. John Nunn is great, of course. I think this wins for me with this knight to e5 because I fork the queen and the bishop, and the only square the queen can go to is e2, and now I bring the other knight into the fray, and now the queen has no way to protect the bishop, and when I move my e5 knight, my d4 knight will be protected. So that was my intention behind knight d7. I saw knight e5 here, but I thought this move was way more sneaky. My other option would have been something like rook c8 to prepare knight e5, but that looked way more obvious that I was trying to attack the bishop. This one was kind of like hidden. Any book recommendations for intermediate players? It depends on what chess you want to work on. Um, in terms of if you're trying to just build your intuition and like middle game play, I would recommend like Art of Attack or there was another book we were doing puzzles from on stream a few days ago, or a week ago or so, and it was called Imagination in Chess, or Imaginative Chess, or something like that. Um, in terms of endgames, Jeremy Silman's book is really good, but things like that. What's up, Joseph? How are you doing? And Portal Viking. Unfortunately, I think my opponent's position is crumbling here, but we've still got plenty of challenges. I think I will be here literally all day today, which should be fun. Let's take this. You like the rearrangement of the jerseys? Thank you, Badminton. Appreciate it. And they're gonna flag? Okay, but I'm up before rook. I don't feel too bad if they flag this one. Like some of the games I've played today, my opponents have played so well that I've needed to use the clock as like a weapon. Um, but today's not, or this game's not one of them. At least thus far. I still have plenty of time to throw the game, but I hope I don't. Where am I from? I'm from Texas in the United States. Um, yeah, I've spent all 21 years of my life here. Have I seen the videos? No, I have not. Who are they by, Badman? Why do I feel like... Oh, nice. Rook takes c3, and if queen takes, knight e2. Not only is it a discovery, but it also just straight up forks the king and the queen. So knight e2 somehow wins the queen in two ways. So like knight e2 would have won the queen if it was on any of these squares, here, 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 like anything else. But okay, let's go with another random challenge. John Bartholomew. Okay, I haven't seen it. Forks the rook too as well. Yeah, what a great move. Should I? Oh, this is a 2500. Oh no. Okay, I'll focus up in this game. We'll play the King's Indian. We'll go for some fun lines, hopefully. Ooh, okay, he's going into the main lines. Okay, this is all book. This is all like pretty common book. Um, I think it's rook f7 here, but I could be mistaken. I don't remember. It's either rook f7 or knight f6. Knight f6, c5, knight e8, maybe? That might be the right way to play it, I think. Am I looking at the YouTube chat? No. Should I be looking at the YouTube chat, Badman? I'm sorry. I am like very accustomed to just having Twitch chat open. So I've not really ventured into the depths of YouTube chat. Oh, bishop b6. What am I doing? No, bishop b6, queen d7. Maybe it's not all over. Why not h5, g4? Well, I need to prevent the knight from trading itself for the bishop. Like the biggest problem in these positions is if I lose my light squared bishop, I can never play these moves. So what white's trying to do is play knight b5, knight takes a7, and take on c8. So I have to try and stop that with moves like knight e8 to control the c7 square, so that now rook c7 isn't a problem. But now knight c7 is a problem, so I didn't do a great job of it anyways. But yeah, h5 g4 is ultimately my idea. Like, we have to get these pawns rolling. But the King's Indian is a very double-edged position. That's why I stopped playing it actually. Is I realized I'm not built for this super sharp style of chess. Like, memorizing an obscene amount of theory before every game just does not seem appealing to me. But I did used to play the King's Indian. Like, every rated game I played between the ratings of like 1500 and 2300 USCF against d4 were in the King's Indian. Um, okay, I can go f3 here. And if I go f3, they have. What are they going to play? I don't get it. Maybe bishop d1? It's such a sad move to make, though. But it might be a good. Okay, I'm going to try it. Bishop d1, okay. Let's take. You only play the England. That's fun. Admittedly, the England is probably not a good opening, like, objectively. But it's fun to play. So I don't blame you for playing it. Um, like, an engine would probably win 100 games out of 100. But an engine would also beat all of us 100 games out of 100 in any other opening, so we can't use that as the metric, at least at our level. Maybe at like Magnus Carlsen's level, he can be like, "Oh, my opponents are gonna play like perfectly." Um, let's go knight h4 check, and I want to play g3 here for whatever reason. I also want to play knight f3, and I can't decide which is better. I'm gonna play knight f3 because it doesn't lose a pawn. And out of principle, I think that makes it better. But this game is pure chaos, which is why I used to love the kids so much. Is because when I was growing up playing a lot of chess, this type of game would always like make my day. Like, I could lose this game, and I very well might lose this game. Um, but it's a lot of fun. Okay, so I'm threatening mate on h2. I'm also threatening the pawn on e4. So my opponent very smartly doesn't touch the poisoned f pawn. Now the question is, do I go this way or this way? And I think I go to f8 actually to prevent knight takes e5 from being a problem. This move I go queen h4. I'm not even attacking the knight is the problem. Maybe I should have gone to f7. I didn't consider f7. Oof. I think he's just in time to like destroy my position. Yeah, I think I'm lost, unfortunately. Um, maybe not, but probably lost. Okay, this check, I'll play king f7. And if we trade, we trade. I think I'm going to get flagged, but it's fine. As long as the position is good for me, I don't really mind losing on time. Um, especially not against the 25-20. But okay, let's go king f6. I very briefly looked at this position and I didn't think it was that bad. Check, and here. And what on earth is happening? So I'm attacking the bishop. Knight g4 is just lights out. I didn't see knight g4. Fair play. How bad was this game? Yeah, Engine says I needed to get my knight involved this way. And then just get my bishop out like Chow was saying. But instead I went for this, and then apparently even with all of these pieces, these two are not doing anything. What would have happened if I took the bishop? I think he takes on f3 is what I was scared about. And like rook g8 and I lose my rook, and I don't know. I didn't see queen c1, but I don't even think queen c1 helps. That's the problem with playing the King's Indian in like fast time controls, which is why I only play it in classical. Is because in classical I have time to think. In bullet or blitz time controls, It's just pure intuition. And there I'm playing someone stronger than me, and yeah, they just win, I guess. But that was a fun game. Those type of like chaotic games I absolutely adore. But this is Bullet, so I have to make sure to keep my time up. And this is Bullet versus like a decent player as well, 2200 almost. Um, okay, let me keep as many pieces on the board as possible so that I can eventually play these like center pawn breaks. Let me do this, attacking c6 and h7. Oh, I'll take f5. Now I'll take h7 and c6. And everything comes crumbling down, I think, for black here. I'll never touch these pawns because I don't want to weaken the rest of them. But it looks like we're winning. What the best player of chess? Are you the best player of chess? Okay, mate. Um, let's go rook f7. What's up, Vibe? How are you doing? Do you want to play a game? I just lost to like a 2550. I might as well lose to like a 3000. Um, let me go knight c5 and take. And if king e6, I have this check. And if knight d5, I have e4. Nice. Okay, this should be pretty easy now. He's only got one pawn. And I just push the a pawn. The good thing about corner pawns is knights are extremely bad at dealing with them. Like, especially two corner pawns, a knight is definitely not there. It's 2 a.m. Jeez, go to bed, man. Why are you up at 2 a.m.? Let's play the bird. Let's just try a different opening every game. Let's have some fun. But only playing England Gambit against d4 is extremely bold. Firebolt. Like, yeah, I don't think I could ever do that. Because what if your opponent just knows what to do against the England? Then you're just completely lost as soon as the opening starts. Cycle through all 22 legal first moves, sure. You're like 13. Okay, fair. Maybe your opponents aren't preparing the England. But who knows? If Eric keeps making England videos, you might have to keep preparing. Um, let's go e4. And if en passant, I can take back with the bishop. Of course, en passant is his only legal move, of course. There's no other option here. But yeah, feel free to keep the challenges coming, chat. We've still got 20 more. Um, I'm sorry if I've not played you yet. I've really only been playing challenges. Well, I've been playing only challenges for the last hour and a half. But they take a while to get through. Let me go queen e1. Let's go maybe c4. Or maybe I like slide the knight into a good square. But we'll go this way so that I don't block bishop takes e3. So I'll go to c4 and maybe into d6. Let me start with h3 and g4 and knight h4 and f5 and let's have some fun. Unless they take. If they take, then we can't really have any fun. But I hope they won't be a killjoy and take. Okay. What on earth are we doing? But yeah, I'm happy there's no Euro games today because tomorrow I'll probably have to wake up early again to catch the round of 16. I don't remember who plays tomorrow, but I believe it's France versus Belgium. Not France versus Belgium. Portugal versus Belgium, which should be a lot of fun. But my intention here is to play f5 and maybe e6. Whenever your opponent's king is stuck in the center, it's always beneficial to just break the center open. So here I want to go with this move f5 because the e-pawn's stuck guarding the knight as well. You're supporting Argentina in the Euros? I don't think that's how this game works. Um, but Argentina in the Copa America makes sense, I guess. Italy, Austria, and Denmark, Wales. Okay, in those two games, I'm probably rooting for Italy and Wales, probably. Although the Danish have been through a lot this Euros, so maybe Denmark. Argentina qualified not for the European Championships. How's Argentina getting to Europe? Um, but they are playing in the Copa America. Am I a fan of Barca or Real or Juventus? I've got a kit behind me for what I'm a fan of. And no, Al, I'm not playing music because I'm not on my channel, and I don't want to get the Lichess channel demonetized. That doesn't seem, or like copyright struck or whatever. That doesn't seem like a way to get them to get ask me to be on again. But e6 is falling, and it seems like everything else is falling with it in this game. But no, I'm a fan of Liverpool. Um, so they're probably the only team that I support in Europe. Let's take on d5 and let's have everything come crashing down. What's up, Leonardo? How are you doing? Um, do I have to be wary of some, I don't know, like rook d6 stuff on bishop d5? Maybe I do. Maybe it's not that simple. Um, huh. I thought it was super simple, but now the more I'm looking at it, that there's actually chances for black. So maybe I start with like, but if I start with knight c4, bishop f7 comes. Okay, I'm gonna take, and then I'm gonna go knight c4. And eventually, I guess I'll take this knight. If the knight leaves, that would be sad. Hopefully it stays here. What's up, Hydro? And Zernix +1 for Liverpool. Nice, nice. Um, there aren't very many Reds fans in chat today, but it's awesome. I mean, we were kind of garbage this year, but hopefully next year we'll return back to the last few years of glory. I can go knight f8 and oh no, my queen. Actually, not a bad move. Let's do that. Let's play in honor of Mr. Rosen and just give queen. You good? I'm also doing pretty good. If you have to choose, but Messi or Ronaldo, um, I mean, I don't know. It depends on what I need them for. But like in terms of career, in terms of play right now, in terms of prime, there's a lot of factors that go into Messi versus Ronaldo, just like as a question. That wasn't exactly an oh no, my queen moment. Yeah, that was just me giving a queen. That's true. Oh no, my queens are way more dramatic. If just choosing between them, I don't know. I'm not really partial to either. Like, I don't support any club that they've been on, so I'm pretty impartial. You can't choose. Okay, I can't either. Um, let's go knight f6. Let's just play as crazy as we can this game. Salah, exactly. Do I take opening suggestions? Sure. Play the Traxler next black game? Okay, I'll try. I'll probably get destroyed because the Traxler is objectively not so great, but I'm down to try. Let's win an exchange here. And then maybe go knight c4, and then we cash in. Ooh, maybe no. Let's go knight c4 immediately. We have Indian descent, yes. Which Ronaldo? I assume he means Cristiano, not Nazario, because it would be a weird debate between Messi and R9. Like that's like the Messi Pele debate. There's no really validity. Where in India? Well, I'm not from India. I'm from the States. You asked if I was from Indian descent. Um, Maybe I go bishop b6. Can I try the wing gambit? Sure. We'll try some gambits, chat. Like this game I tried. What did I play this game? The bird? Where I'm just gonna keep playing like nonsensical openings. Just have some fun, live a little. Um, I'll take this and go d4. The Jerome. Okay, maybe not that nonsensical, but sure, we can try it. Raheem is overrated, my views. I think he's actually had a pretty good season. Bird is c4, not f4. No, c4 is the English. Bird is f4. Will Ice Trey strike again? I hope so. I am definitely rooting for the Hawks in that series. What about Conte? What do you mean, what about Conte? Conte's awesome. I don't see how anyone could dislike Ingolo. Try the English? Okay. So the next black game, I'll try and play e4, e5 if they play e4. If they play d4, we'll play some other nonsense. Which state do I live in? I live in Texas. Um, who go Bucks? Well, okay, I grew up watching the Atlanta Hawks teams with like um okay, well, I'll play the England. But the Atlanta Hawks teams with like Joe Johnson, Josh Smith, those teams, Jamal Crawford is actually one of my favorite players like ever. It's between him and Steve Nash for me. Really from Milwaukee. Okay, fair. Then it's definitely valid. But I'm rooting for the Hawks in this series. Should Coutinho return to Liverpool? I mean, I'd happily have him. I loved Coots on Liverpool. Um, I don't know if the rest of the fans will or if like the management will, but I'll happily take him. Whoever wins this season, next season's gonna be Warriors. Oh no, not the Warriors. Why is everyone's favorite are the Warriors? It's very funny. Um, but yeah, I absolutely will root against the Warriors, like regardless of what's going on. The Clippers, ooh, okay, dinosaur. I don't, I don't know. Do the Clippers seriously have a shot against the Suns? I doubt it. I can take this and maybe go e4 and take. No, no, no. The Mavs are my favorite. There's a Luka Doncic jersey, like right there. Right there. Like my teams are right behind me. Luca's the GOAT? Absolutely not, but Luca's awesome. Lichess horsey. Okay, we can play a game with the horsey pieces. I'll play the next game with the horsey pieces. The Clippers already won two series down 2-0. Why not a third? True. But with Kawhi not playing, I don't know. Like yesterday I was streaming last night and it was just um like I was playing games and then I would have the like my phone beside me just watching the Suns game. And so that's what I do nowadays. Is in the morning I just wake up and watch the Euros and then in the night I just watch the NBA games and I'm like living the dream. Luca's stepbacks are too amazing. Yeah, Luca is incredible. I don't know though. Like Trey Young is also putting on a show. Like Trey Young is absolutely putting on a show. Was it instead of bishop d6 just queen e1 and e4? I was concerned about knight d4 there. Um, in this position, I was concerned about knight e5. Sorry, knight d4. I don't know why I misspoke, but take e4 knight e5. And then if take here, a6 b5, probably yeah. I should have kept calculating. I stopped calculating after um knight e5. But that's a good spot. Instead I'll yoink this pawn, I think. Do you think I am bet? No, absolutely not. Firebolt. Why would I? He's an international master. I'm a national master. So, your views on snubbing the away goal rule? It's so random. Like, I don't have an opinion on it, but it's like, no, no, no. I think it's sound, Hydrator. I just didn't consider it. It was just so random. Like, the most of the games are done. Like, I don't know. Lichess ratings look similar. Our Lichess ratings are pretty close. Like he's probably 100 something points higher rated than me, but he's also 100 something points higher rated than me in classical USCF and like close to 200 in FIDE. So by no means do I think I'm like close to him in strength. Ooh, free rook and a second free rook. My opponent somehow managed to hang both of their rooks in one move, which is crazy. Do I take? Let me go here and pick up. Oh yeah, feel free to shoot me a challenge. Chat. Luca was literally. Wait, what? What does that mean, Vibo? But Luca is incredible. He saved the dying franchise. Okay. Chat wanted me to play e4 and play the. What was it? The Rui Lopez, I think. Okay, let me try and play Rui Lopez. G4 opening is the worst opening. No, the Grub is fine. The Grub is fine. Okay, we'll play the Rui. I don't really know anything about the Rui, but hopefully we don't Okay, I'm not gonna go into a Berlin. I think no, Berlin's knight f6 without a6. Jason Kidd and Doncic. Yeah, that should be fun. Jason Kidd was the last time we were good. Lichess used the Merida piece set. Oh, I should make it the horsey piece set for a game. Let me change it to this, just for fun. Um, Now what if I go knight takes e5? Is this some trap that I don't know about? Looks like a free pawn to me. All right, let's take it. Let's see what my opponent is intending. It's probably some trap. You like these pieces? Absolutely. What? Mavs need one all-star to play with Luca? Well, we have Porzingis. We just need him to return back to all-star form. I don't know if that's happening anytime soon. Okay, I'll go back to normal pieces after this chat. What pieces do you guys use though? Because I'd be happy to take piece suggestions. Like the last piece set was determined by my chat, as are most of them. Bases? What are bases? Anything normal? Okay. Well, we'll go back to horsey for now. Just for this game, I'll keep it on horsey. But next game, we'll go into something normal. I guess. But why be normal when you can have horsey pieces? Let's take and maybe go queen f3. Use the Merida piece. Okay, we'll do. Horsey for life. See, Spinifex is speaking my language. Let's go. Absolutely horsey for life. I usually only use the horsey pieces when I play blindfold though on stream, so that the rest of my chat has to deal with it, but I don't. Um, yeah, it's a pretty easy scam. What's equivalent to a knight? A horsey, exactly. So like, why not just use the horsey pieces? They're all the same. Okay, my opponent's actually playing very, very well for being down a pawn. I thought they were just gonna roll over. Maybe I'm genuinely underestimating my opponents in like every game, which is scary. Because I see their ratings and I'm like, okay, this should be fine. This should be a walk in the park. Um, but instead they were extremely resourceful. So this is how I used to draw at like a kid. This is me drawing like right now. At the age of 21, if you wanted me to draw something, it would look like the horsey pieces. Is there some like devious, is that the plan? There's no way that's the plan, right? There's no way. I refuse. One of your college professors has the exact same name as mine? That's crazy. Where do you go to college, I guess? Don't, okay, don't answer that. I take it back. But like, regionally, maybe. Don't dox yourselves, chat. Um, Twitch University? I wish I went to Twitch University. Um, Instead, I spent the last 4 years at like a proper university. Twitch University sounds way more fun. Okay, Rookie 8 is just mating now. Ooh, I should take with the queen for style points. Nice. Let's go random. And let me change the piece set to, what are the Merida pieces? Okay, one sec. I don't know which pieces these are. I've never looked at them. California, Pixel, Fantasy. Do Is it a 3D piece set? Oh no, it's like the default. Okay, I'm down. And let's change the board theme to like blue. Let's go. Let's play against the English, huh? I'll play B5. One of the IITs. Ah, okay, that's why you were asking. But okay, no, my parents are from South India. Um, and I am most certainly not a professor at an IIT. Am I a D4 or an E4 player? I am a D4 player through and through. For the last like 15 years, I've only played D4. I've actually played the C4 in one rated game. I've played C4 in two rated games actually in my life. Um, One of them is because I was preparing for someone in particular. Like I was like, oh, this person is like a very sharp player. I don't want to play into some like very crazy position, so I'm gonna play the English against them. And then the other one was because this guy had destroyed me in the Benko over and over again. And I was like, if I play c4 and I delay d4, he can't play the Benko. So other than that, every single rated game I've played in like 15 years, I think I've been playing, have been d4 with white. Okay, apparently c4 b5 is not a good opening. Who would have thought? No, well, scared of the Benko? Of course. I'm terrified of the Benko. Were you aware the ICC board is the ICC set? That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. That seems like the pun that Lichess would make as well. That makes a lot of sense. But no, I didn't know that. Thank you for the information, Mr. Bishop. Um, Let me yoink this pawn now. Wait, but do I even want that pawn? Should I not be playing in the center here? Because my opponent's not castled? Okay, let's go f5. Maybe I should have taken that pawn. Wasn't expecting him to be so greedy to hold on to it. I thought I was just going to get the opportunity to next move. But okay, let's open up the queen side then. Let's have some fun on both sides of the board. Maybe this b5 move was planned all along. Don't think me, think Reddit. Okay. Um, will do. If take back, now I can move my queen somewhere. I can move my queen to g4 is very tempting. And then I actually get to ono my bishop, which is good. Have I ever sacrificed my bishop or knight on f2 or f7 in a classical game? No, I played d4. How would I get my knights that far away? Like, if I was a fried liver player, then the answer would be yes. But unfortunately, I'm not chessmaster. Apologies. Does chessmaster use a myriad piece? I use alpha, and now I also try maestro. I like maestro. Cardinal is what I used to use, but now I use maestro like exclusively. Can I take? Okay, how crazy is this? Let's take. King takes. Bishop takes d5. Um, I don't know. King a1. Rook a8 check. But then he has bishop a5, and that's rather annoying. Ugh, dang. Okay, we'll play the slower one. What do I play against e4 and e5? Well, I don't play e5. Against e4 and d4. So against e4, oh, this is a pretty maiden one because the bishop's pinning the b pawn. Against e4, I play the Caracal, and against d4, I play the King's Indian. Okay, let's try the Marie. This was Marita. Let's try Alpha, and let's change the board theme to like, I don't know, like, we'll try the icy board theme. Wait, is this the one? Sure. Can I challenge you? Of course. That's not it? Okay. Which one is it? It's sort of blue. Okay. Well, there's just a blue theme, but I don't see any other themes. You play Kid and you're afraid of the Benko? Yeah. I do play the Kid and I'm afraid of the Benko. Okay, I'm gonna change it to one that doesn't hurt our eyes, chat. We'll just go with the wooden pieces. Because that like I don't know, beige color was genuinely hurting my eyes. ICC board is a chess. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Use pretty early chess? Well, I could. That's one of the benefits of Lichess being open source is people make like a bunch of those. Um, but I've not really dabbled with any of them. The only one that I've done is to get my time at the top and the bottom of these. So, any favorite line with a modern in the name? Um, Probably just the modern. Like, I'd rather play this type of setup than most of the other modern setups. Do I even go? I can go b5 here. Let's have some fun. Let's go knight b6, and if take, I take back or something. Do you have any plans to become an IM or GM? I also love your name. Um, no, I don't. Maybe if it like happens by accident, I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I'm not like avidly preparing or avidly like working towards the IM or GM title. Like I play chess for fun nowadays, and that's about it. Why am I not streaming with my account? Well, we're doing a Lichess plays today, so that everyone on Lichess that wants to can shoot me a challenge. Um, and most people will destroy me, but such is life. Let's go e6. Is it rewarding being a chess master? I mean, in terms of like intrinsic motivation, yes, because it's like monetarily, this game isn't like if you're grinding tournaments, maybe, but it's more knowing that you've reached mastery level, like the intrinsic benefit, I think is rewarding. If that makes sense, Nubivore. Like I don't think it's rewarding in the sense of like you're gonna be financially better or something. It's just intrinsic motivation. And check if you got your challenge. Probably. Rewarding internally for yourself. Exactly. What about FM? Maybe. But again, I've not played very many classical tournaments recently. Like in a couple years even. Oh, I can take and take. I can also take, and take. No, I can't because A8 is hanging. Oof. That would have been really bad. Unless I can gambit off my rook and maybe trap the queen with like knight c6. No, but knight c6 cuts this. Nah, there's no reason to. You haven't played classical 1.5 years? You didn't answer my question. Oh, what was your question? What do I think about the Dutch? I think the Dutch is great. I've played the Dutch in one rated game in my life, and I beat like a 2450, which was fun. I've played it a bit online, but over the board, I've only played it once. Me versus you 10 game match? Probably not, Chessmedic. If you catch me on my own stream later, I'd be happy to. Um, but I want to try and play as many people as possible and not play one person as many times as possible. Can I play blindfolded? Yeah. Yesterday I played blindfolded for the first like 2 hours of my stream. It was a lot of fun. I managed to beat like a 2300. I have so many like this dude, man. What is this? I'm just chatting. How do you learn how to play blindfold chess? In my experience, it was from playing over the board chess. What's my channel name? This is my channel. It is twitch.tv/ Can the Caroline. For me, it was from playing like over the board chess a lot, and from playing like just calculating. So ultimately, what blindfold chess becomes is it's like a puzzle, right? If you think about it like a puzzle, except instead of the starting position being like a puzzle position, the starting position is um the starting position of the chess game. And you're trying to just visualize as far as you can into the future. And so if you think about it like that, then it gets pretty easy to make your brain challenge itself. Which variation of the Dutch did I play? I played the Leningrad with g6 and no d5. And I was playing d6 e5. I gotta make sure not to flag here, so give me 1 second. I'll get back to questions in a second, chat. Um, I have to make sure not to get dirty flagged up a rook. Okay, let's take this and check, and at least I win another rook. Oh, this is mate. Unfortunate. Um, Training with 3D piece sets? I don't think so. I think you're better off playing over the board. But here we'll do. What's up, Squirrely? How are you doing? Oh, this is a correspondence game. Chat, don't challenge me to correspondence games. Just go blitz or bullet. And Leningrad h4, h5 can be very sharp as well. True. What's my opinion on the French? I'm not a big fan of the French. Um, yeah, I don't think the French is any good. Can you play blitz or bullet? Yes, either blitz or bullet is fine. Theme cardinal. Okay, my bad. I'll change it for next game. Apologies. Um, Let me just really quickly play this because this is a faster time control. I can take it with the queen. French is great for no, but like the French is not a bad opening. It's just you have to be willing to play very passive positions. Like You're not gonna. It's very similar to the Karakan in the sense that you're not gonna win a game. Um, okay, unlike this game, most of the time you're not gonna win a game in like 10 minutes or 10 moves. You'll beat me with a French. Okay, I'll play e4 then, and let's change the theme to Cardinal. Oh, I know which one Cardinal is. I used to use Cardinal. It's this, right? Yep, pretty sure. Okay. What? Okay, so what was chat saying earlier? I don't understand how someone can visualize even with 5 moves. So if you start doing puzzles without making the moves, I think you'll get better at it. Like, I think that's the secret is you start off by doing puzzles and try doing them without moving. Don't touch any of the pieces because if you touch a piece, it tells you what squares it can move to. Just look at the position and be like, okay, can I solve this without moving any of the pieces? And as you start getting better and better at that, or I should have played the Traxer. Oof. Okay, I'll play like a weird. I mean, it won't transpose into a Traxler, of course, but we'll play something weird. I'll even sacrifice a pawn for the sake of that. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be candid. That's how I am as a person, Falcons. So I'm just happy that Twitch chat appreciates it. Let's go h6. Are they gonna take or are they gonna move back? But I've been trying to stream every day, and it's been a lot of fun because I've met some very, very cool people via Twitch. Um, let's go, I don't know, a5 or something. But yeah, Lichess has been awesome. The French, no, but the French is good over the board. So the French is one of those openings that I think is very similar. Um, okay, this is a weird way to word it, but I think the French and the King's Indian are very similar, even though they're not. But they're very similar in the sense that they're they both require like calculation over the board. Like you're trying to squeeze positions, or in the King's Indian, you're trying to make sure that every move is like tactically. Dude, why? Why does this happen like every 2 seconds? Oh my goodness. I apologize, chat. I don't know why. So, do you guys want the story in case anyone is curious as to why there's someone who's spamming my chat every like 5 seconds? Basically, on my stream, I have it where it's like chat run stream. Okay? So, I have it where chat basically controls the stream in the sense that chat can pick my board theme, chat can pick the song that's playing in the background, things like that. And so he suggested a song, and I skipped the song. And yeah, because of that, he's just gone on a tirade. Absolute psychopath, man. So that's why I said I like most people who I've met on Twitch. Is there's one exception, which is crazy. Play the Marshall? Okay, we'll do. We're trying some nonsensical e4, c6, e5 stuff now. But I'm down to try more openings today, chat. Let's do it. Let me take this. Exactly, Squirrely. I don't know why people are so angry, but people are angry. Um, yeah, democracy L. Unfortunately, democracy and Twitch do not go hand in hand, which is shocking. Please play knight f3, knight g5, e5, and knight takes f7. Sure. Let's try the fried liver. If my opponent plays e5, of course, Falcons. I'll try a fried liver. Um, with you, sure. I mean, they're just random chat. I still have 22 challenges that I'm trying to like mow through. Like I've been playing chess for the last what hour and 47 minutes, and it's just like the challenges just keep increasing. So I much appreciate it, and like I do every time, I'm gonna try and play through every single game. Last time we streamed for 5 hours when I was doing elite chess plays, just to try and get through every single game. But just make sure the first 3 moves with your knight landing on f7. Oh, you mean knight f3, knight g5, knight. I thought you meant like. Okay, I got what you're saying. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm down. Why not? What do I have to lose? Except for the game. The game's fine. Always play f3. But you just said always play f6. Any chance of a Museo? Ooh, I'm down. Still no atomic. I'm sorry. Like literally, I can show you guys what I'm doing after this game. But I'm literally just clicking accept random challenge, as soon as the game is done. And I'm trying to speedrun it. How do you have zero stream delay? I don't know. Do you know Sardosh? No, I don't. Yeah, RNG is just not your friend today, unfortunately. Let's go knight h5. And maybe we're trying to go knight g3, potentially. Okay. Somehow I want to sacrifice all of my pieces and deliver mate. But I don't know how to. Seems like there should be a fun thing. How many challenges in the queue? There's 25 still. I've been playing for the last 2 hours. It's insane, these streams. Because everyone wants to play a game, and like, I'm down to play every single person, but it just takes a while. Queen e6, unfortunately, is not the queen sack that I want to make. I want to sacrifice my queen on like one of these squares. Like maybe g2. Um, but it has to be in a position where it like kind of works. Have I heard of Samay right now? Of course. Sack for content? Okay, we'll go rook f3 next move. Maybe, depending on what they play. But 20 seconds left. Absolute chaotic position. Let's just sacrifice the bishop then. Although this isn't much of a sacrifice. This one I actually calculated. Because this is game over. Now, that was a very anticlimactic sacrifice. I mean, technically it is a sacrifice, but not by much. Okay, we'll try the Traxler. So I'll pre-move e5. Whatever they play is up to them. Oh, man. Maybe they'll miss it. Dang it. It was worth a shot, chat. It was a valiant effort. But they did see queen takes f2, unfortunately. There was like a small chance it would work. Who hope to have alternate? Ah, okay. Well, oh my gosh, I hung a piece. It's fine. They didn't see the piece. We need a queen f2 sack. Maybe not against a 1500. Maybe like a bit lower. But yeah, Leonardo. Apparently, it's partner only. Like I have no control over it. It's on Twitch's end. If you say I hope you want. No, no, no. I mean, I don't ever mind if someone listens into me while I'm playing because we're usually not talking about the game. Like chat usually has some good questions, and so I'm just talking with chat. Um, but yeah, like I'm rarely talking about the game, so I don't really mind. Five. What does five mean, Alex? Do I know Chess Bra? No. I know of the Chess Bra, but I don't know them myself. Do I live in the US? Yes. Can I challenge you from position? Sure, but I'm literally just taking challenges at random, so it might take a minute for you to get played. I'm sorry about that, chat. But I'm trying to go as fast as I can. Why does this like it's literally one person? I don't get it. Why can't I just have like one stream where I'm like, this is fine? What are my other hobbies? Playing basketball. Jersey behind, the Doncic one. I grew up playing a lot of basketball. Much appreciated. Can I dunk? No. I am 6 foot on a good day. Um, and I don't have the vertical to do that. Where was I born in India? No, I was born in Texas. I shouldn't. I was born in Texas and I've lived in Texas my whole life. Can I touch rim? Yes. Try tennis? Maybe. Do I drag or click click? I click click. Am I not reading YouTube chat? Apologies. Yeah, I normally just have default um Twitch chat open. I'm sorry. I should really start keeping YouTube chat open as well, but I don't know. What's the coolest place I've traveled? Probably the UAE maybe. I think F4 instead of a capture on D4 and consequent rook sack 4 is sharper. Oh, instead of taking here, going F4 and rook takes F4 with the idea of bishop H3. Yeah? Interesting. Wow. Okay. That was a good one. I was not expecting that, but um okay, let's sacrifice the knight. I didn't like the knight anyways. Have I ever been to Canada? I've been to Canada for like 15 minutes. We went to Niagara Falls, and so like we went. We saw the Canadian side and then we came back. So like technically yes, like my passport would have a stamp saying like Canada, or I don't know how passports work exactly, but like something like that. Um but I've been maybe for like 20 minutes. What do you mean 6 foot on a good day? I mean, I'm my driver's license says 5'11". I'm probably legally 5'11", but 6 foot is apparently the threshold. Oh, free night? Interesting. Ever been to India? Yeah, I've been to India plenty of times. My parents are from South India, so I've been to Chennai like 5 or 6 times in my life. Um, but not recently. Which state? Well, I went to Tamil Nadu when I was there. Um, I live in Texas in the U.S., so I don't know which state you're talking about, but one of those. Elephant or bishop? What? I mean, I'd prefer the rook because it's worth more and it can do more stuff, but bishops are pretty cool too. So I'm trying to bait bishop a3 to go queen b6 check. Amir Khan is going to be playing as Vishy in the new movie. Ooh, that sounds fun. That sounds very fun. I know they were doing that like thing, right? Their simul thing, and that went interesting to say the least. But aren't bishops the elephants and rooks are chariots? I've heard rooks being called elephants, but maybe I'm mistaken though. Bishop takes d5 seems pretty cool. Is there a better move though? Bishop e2 check might be an idea. Yeah, that's what I was referring to. Um, okay, let's go. Let's go here, and we can just recapture that. This is really only legal move. Well, no, but he's got bishop f8 and king e2. Always play f6. So none of this is mate. And if the bishop goes this way, then he has king g2. So the same line is true on bishop h1, where just bishop takes f8 and king e2. But I'd rather have my bishop on d5 when the king's on e2 than on h1. So that was my thought process, at least, chat. Was now at least the bishop on d5 can cause some commotion. Because now if king d1, I saw I have bishop takes b3 check. And then this is mate. And if I had gone bishop e2 in that position, then the king could have run to the other side with um, king here. What about e8? Well, when the bishop takes on f8, I have to take it back, is the problem. So after bishop h1 check, he takes on f8. And when I take back, there's no longer a rook on the e file. But apparently there is a faster mate. And the faster mate is bishop g4 check. Oh, with bishop h3 mate. That's cool. You don't even recapture this bishop. You just mate with the bishop and the queen. I didn't see that. This is known as Bowden's mate. It's a really cool mating pattern. All right, let's try the Traxler again. Maybe it'll work this time. Nope, we have a King's Gambit. Ooh, can I try a double Museo? Is that doable? Maybe I'll try a Museo against this person. I don't know if they play into it though. I think I can play. Oh man, I only know the. Okay, I think I can go knight f6 here, and if e5, I go d5. Pretty sure. How to read? Jeremy Silman is very good. What book on chess to read? Um, I mean, there's a lot of good books on chess. It depends on what you're trying to improve. Like, yeah, if you're trying to improve, let's say your opening knowledge, there are plenty of. You can just go to analysis board on Lichess, click on the book, and then analyze the games from there, and that would help. Um, it also does depend on your rating, yeah, and how much time you've got. Opinion? I don't have opinions on streamers, but all streamers are awesome. Here, take. That doesn't look so great. Because at the end of the day, we're gonna trade, and then like he's gonna have. But I have to go for this because then White ends up with triple D pawns, and like out of principle, that seems like a fun thing to allow. Yeah, Arc is awesome. I don't have any like opinions on him that aren't good. Um, Yeah, Jakob Agard is very strong as well. Let me take on d5. Just for the sake of him having tripled pawns. No, you have to. Man, why are we playing good moves all of a sudden? You have to take the triple D pawns. What was that? Now I have to beat him. If he had taken the triple pawns, I would have been like, okay, it's fine, even if I lose. But because he didn't take the triple pawns, I have to win. Is competitive chess a young man's game? Unfortunately, Texas Time, Chess Monkey, it's becoming more and more like that. But that isn't to say it's impossible for people who are older to become really good at the game. Um, because players can only get as good as like they're willing to put the time in. So even if you're older and you play a lot of games and you analyze your games and you've somehow got the time for chess, it's definitely doable. Bernstein, who's Bernstein? Bronstein maybe? I don't know who Bernstein is. I'm sorry. Um and also why does he just have one book? Let's go Rook C8. But I don't know Archius. Archio. I can't read that. Why did my parents not teach me Hindi? Whitewashed? I didn't say my parents didn't teach me Hindi. Hello? Also, I just explained that my parents are from Tamil Nadu. My parents didn't even teach themselves Hindi. Like, how are they gonna teach me Hindi? Um, in the future, have a YouTube channel? No, probably not. You mean Tamil? You can't. That's not like a typo. You can't just typo Tamil and Hindi. Like that's not. I don't care how bad the English is. That's not. Yeah. Cardinal. Jacob, what are you doing? Um, or the language that they speak. I mean, I speak Tamil, but I don't speak it on stream because not many people do. Well, a lot of people do, just not many people in my stream do. So always play pawn f6. Hey, if I play I played pawn f6 in this game, so that means I should win, right? You also speak Tamil. That's awesome. Let me go here maybe. Why not? What do you mean why not? Why not speak it on stream? Because then people won't be able to understand. And English is more like global, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, like it's a weird thing to imply, Mr. Yes Sir, but I do speak it, just not on stream. He said, oh, that's why he said yes, great move. That makes sense. Why not have a YouTube channel? Ah, okay, my bad. I forgot Elle was asking about the YouTube. I'm so sorry. Why not? Because I don't know. I just play viewers on stream. It's at least to me it's not any different from watching like Rosen's videos or something. But maybe I'll make one in the future. I don't know. Lichess username has nothing to do with f6. Wow. If knight takes, I have this move. Okay, so he goes king back. People who you're reading about, you can prove and become GM. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, I told you. I understand it. But why would you say I don't? We just went over this. Just because you repeat the same statement that he made, but in Dummel, doesn't mean I'm not gonna understand it. Let's go here. And let's go here. And I need to at some point in time sacrifice for the knight. Oh, you watch Eric Rosen the way he talks. Well, that's a good thing. I'll take similar vibe as Eric Rosen. Rosen's a cool dude. Let's go Rook F. Let's go this way. So that way I can play F3 myself. Let's come back. I messed up. Let's go here. Wow, is this actually going to be a perpetual? Probably is a book draw, but at least I can pin and win. Oh, I'm going to flag. I just realized at some point in time I might need to take the draw. Okay, I'm going to take the draw. I'm scared. I'm going to flag. We had 0.2 seconds. Maybe I could have played it. I don't know. GG's WS. I kind of threw that Rook versus Knight ending. But okay, let's go. Chat, pick an opening for this game. Um, And I think my time is up, so we're gonna continue this on my channel. So it's the same idea. Do I speak in Tamil with my parents? Yes. Traxler, okay. Chepanenko, modern, alright. Welcome back, chat. This feature is super cool, because now we're back um on my stream. So let's go. Let's get some games in. Alright, I'll try the Traxler. Since chat oh, but chat's gonna get an ad. Oh, and it's in follower only mode. I need to turn that off. Okay, you guys should be able to talk. I'm sorry. We turned that on yesterday because of, well, Mr. Spammer Man. Um, oh, there's no Traxler. Sad. I keep trying chat. I keep going for the Traxler, and it's very sad. Well, I'm told too squirrely. I don't know what their plans are after the 2 hour mark, but I'm told to at the end of 2 hours, and basically just continue the stream here. Yeah, that's what Firebolt. That's what I figured. I just didn't say anything. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna wait like 30 seconds for the ad to finish. So I'm sorry if chat all got an ad. Did it work? It seems like it worked. Take care, L. And I might have to take your advice on that. Maybe we'll make a YouTube channel at some point in time. But I don't know. Great move once. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I don't have alerts or anything up chat today, so I do appreciate